Landscape is, for me, as I was discussing with Sir Michael Lyons last week, is the essential green infrastructure. The reality is when you're going to create places where people live, which is essentially what housing is, it's just a pity it's called housing. It should be called places where people live. The reality is what makes those places desirable, what gives them real value, is the landscape, is the public realm near and around the houses themselves in terms of where they live. We all know that over time, that it seems to me the biggest thing that is difficult in a political world where you work in short cycles, that over time the real value for money in any place is the quality of the place over time. That value only appears in the medium and the longer term, but we live in a world where developers have to be able to make their money in the very short term, and politics works in an even shorter world. They need the numbers, but actually if they really want the value and they really want the quality of the place, landscape needs to be something at the centre of their thinking. At Barrow, which is an area of very significant deprivation, they have people are living in small, tight flats, obviously very reasonably high density places, and actually the places where people meet, it is outside in the public realm where people actually have a quality of life. It's where children can play, it's where the elderly can meet, and it's where a community can come together. And one of the big agendas at the moment is loneliness. And the reality is a lot of the best things in life are free, and landscape is one of those, and where people can meet and talk and commune, particularly in an elderly population, they are the really essential ingredients for a quality place. I think one must be optimistic. I do see, again, last week in The Guardian, Monbiot was saying that consumerism and materialism are these key issues which have been driving our society in a neoliberal world for a period of time. We are starting to see a world where that is no longer going to work. How can you have a planet where you have to see growth year on year everywhere? It simply is impossible, and I think people are starting to realise true values, things that make people happy, things that are important for quality of life. We haven't seen a wage increase for over 13 years in real terms in this country. People are feeling that materialism isn't good enough. As far as I'm concerned, quality of life is the key, and landscape is the centre of that. We just have to be able to communicate it.